Hey guys, Darkaura here, and welcome to the second part of my tutorial series which will walk you through the process of creating and managing the categories, subcategories, and topics of your new forum. Obviously without these, you don't so much have a forum as you do an empty web page. No worries though, soon enough you'll have plenty of sections that your future members can post in. The first step to creating your first categories is to locate the administration panel, which can be found at the bottom of any page on your forum. The administration panel is extremely important, so be sure to remember where it can be found for later use. Once inside the admin panel, be sure to check the box on the left-hand side that says Advanced. This will give you access to more features and may be necessary for future tasks. Now that you've done that, go ahead and click on the General tab at the top of the page, and from there click on Categories and Forums, which is written in small font on the left side. You should see this page, which can be pretty intimidating, but believe me, once you know how everything functions, you'll pick up on this part pretty quickly. Let me explain some basics before we start. If you look for a moment at the right side of the page, you'll see various symbols. These symbols appear in many areas of the administration panel, so it's useful to know what they stand for. In general, a green plus symbol will allow you to add some feature. In this case, we can add new categories and forums. A yellow gear symbol generally allows you to modify a feature. In this case, we could change some basics about a category we've already created. An X and check symbol generally allows you to change permissions of a feature. To put it simply, you can dictate which of your members can use which features, such as admins, moderators, or general members. A red X obviously allows us to delete features, in this case a category or forum. So now that we've established what the symbols mean, let's discuss for a moment the difference between a category and a forum. A forum is a single topic where members can enter and post all of their own separate topics within. An example of this would be a forum that is titled Member Introductions, where members can create their own topics for their own introductions. On the admin panel, a forum is signified with a green speech box. A category, on the other hand, hosts multiple forums. For example, a category could be titled Information, and the forums titled Site Rules, News, Member Introductions, and so on would be located within that category. You can also create subcategories. I will show you an example from my site later, but this feature is only used for greater organization. A category is signified with a double blue chat box. Now that you understand what the difference is, it's time to actually create some categories and forums. Let's start by deleting the example categories that come with the site. Simply click the X next to each item. Next, we'll create a new category. This will allow us to place forums within it later. To do this, click on the green plus icon within the gray header. The first option, choose the type of forum you want, allows you to create either a category or a forum. For this part, select the category option, and you will see the page refresh with new options exclusive to category creation. Now choose a name for your category. For this example, we'll call it Guest/Member Information. The Attach To option allows you to place a category within another. For this one, simply leave the box on the default. Also, leave the Add a Forum to this category box checked No. Then add a description of the section if you prefer. I generally use no description, but it's completely up to you. Finally, click on the Save button, and there you go, your first category has been created. We'll still need to add some forums in order for members to create posts. Go ahead and click on the green plus symbol again, only this time, we'll use the one located on the same line as your new category. This method will allow us to add a forum to that category without needing to attach it manually. You will now be on a similar page to when you made your category last time. This time, though, leave the type on Forum, and choose a name. For this example, we will make one titled Guest Information. Leave the Attach To box on default again, but feel free to change which order the forum appears in on the box below that. This only applies if your category has 2 or more forums in it. The other options are pretty self-explanatory, so I won't go over them in order to save you time. Go ahead and click Save again. This will bring up the permissions page. As mentioned before, permissions dictate which kind of users can view, write, moderate, and create special messages, such as stickies, in each forum. Set them however you like. Below these initial 4 boxes is a chart with a lot of smaller boxes. Here you will be able to set permissions for specific user groups. I will go over how to set up these groups and their permissions later, so for now leave them be and just click Save. And with that, you have a new forum topic. Try to remember that process, as I won't be going over it further in order to save time. Just remember, you can create any number of forums and categories in that same way. If you want to create a separate category, use the plus symbol at the very top of the page. But if you want to attach a forum to a category, use the plus symbol on that category. If you follow those rules, you'll be able to make any number of forums and categories that you desire. Let's take a look at my website for an example. Here is my current layout for forums and categories. You can clearly see which forums go into which category, and there are even some subcategories in the gaming section as well. It looks complicated, but really it just falls into place as you practice. And if you make a mistake, feel free to delete your topic and try again. The key is to not get frustrated. If you find yourself having trouble, leave a comment and I'll gladly give you more specific advice as soon as I can manage. That's that then. You now have your first categories and forums. I suggest creating a guest/member info section, a news section, a general topics section, and so on, but those are just some ideas. You can really do whatever you need for your specific site. When we come back in the next part, I'll have created some more categories and forums for our demonstration site, and we'll go on to talk about setting up user groups and how to manage their permissions. We'll also discuss why user groups are useful in the first place, but that's all for the next video. Until then, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like, and if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing as well. I'll see you soon, and good luck with your category creation.